Hi, welcome to this Wealth Management Fast Chat. I'm David Armstrong, Executive Director of Content. Today we're speaking to Joe Ryu, who is a Managing Director at Prospect Capital, around opportunities in the private credit space for real estate. Joe, thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
All right, so Joe, we're here to talk a little bit about opportunities in private real estate, private credit. It's been an exciting space to be in for a while. Can you tell us a little bit about your strategy, PCRED? PCRED, I think is the designation.
Absolutely. So PCRED is our dedicated commercial real estate debt strategy from Prospect Capital, which is targeted at generating value-add real estate equity-like returns through real estate credit investments. We're currently in a private offering seeking founders round investors to invest alongside Prospect and its employees who have seeded the fund with approximately $25 million. The fund seeks to originate preferred equity investments behind low leverage, low cost Freddie Mac senior loans on stabilized multifamily assets. And the fund is an approved issuer of mezzanine debt-like preferred equity behind Freddie Mac, which is a key distinguishing factor for the fund.
We mentioned that private credit's been an exciting place to be, and there's a lot of participants in the space, a lot of avenues to get there. What makes Prospect Capital's PCRED strategy different? Why should investors consider this strategy as opposed to others?
Sure. There are numerous differentiators that I'd like to run through. Notably, this is a strategy in real estate credit that relies upon the real estate equity investing experience from Prospect Capital. Prospect has invested roughly $1.4 billion in real estate equity investments across 32,000 multifamily units across the country. This track record spans approximately 14 years and has been developed hand in hand, creating a strong relationship with Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, collectively borrowing approximately $3 billion from the agencies across 152 different transactions with no defaults. This long-standing relationship and our performance has allowed us as a firm to develop a good relationship with Freddie Mac that has allowed us to get this new fund, PCRED, approved as a issuer of preferred equity behind Freddie Mac with a strong rights and remedies package to manage an investment upon an event of default, which includes a change of control and a forced sale right, which makes this a very mezzanine debt-like investment. Moreover, the fund utilizes the firm's dedicated real estate investment, asset management, and construction management teams to originate attractive credit investments for the fund, all experienced teams that have developed and put together the portfolio of investments that Prospect has managed in real estate equity, and is translating that into real estate credit.
That's fantastic. You said it's a great place to be, or it has been for a bit. How's your fund done so far? How's it performed?
Yeah, so we're very proud of the fact that with our capital, we have currently invested in 2 preferred equity investments, averaging 65% loan to value, generating a weighted average 13.5% IRR. We've also signed up our 3rd preferred equity investment, also behind a low leverage, low cost Freddie Mac senior loan, which will bring our total invested capital up to approximately $40 million, including third-party capital that we have raised. To date, we have paid our 6th month of a 7% dividend and have generated a compounded annualized return to date of 13%. During the private offering, because we feel like we have developed a very compelling strategy, utilizing our differentiators in offering investors a value-add real estate equity-like return through a credit strategy that is not in the first loss position. We have opened up this fund to Founders Round investors to be able to invest alongside of us through various key incentives, including and most notably a waiver of our management fees and incentive fees for the life of the investment. Furthermore, Prospect, as the manager of this fund, will also carry all of our operating costs during the private offering. And that is to ensure that during the private offering, as the fund ramps up and until it reaches approximately $100 million, the manager of the fund will carry all the overhead so that any returns aren't unfairly penalized by again, the operating costs. Once we hit that targeted amount of AUM, the anticipation is registering the fund. And it's at that point in time where we will then be charging our management incentive fees. So we feel like it's a very attractive period in time for investors who are attracted to the strategy to get invested alongside of us during our Founders Round.
That's a great incentive to get in on the Founders Round if possible. 100% of your investment gets to the asset, right?
That's right. That's right. We feel like it's a compelling package of strong investments on stabilized multifamily properties. And furthermore, we're adding in the incentives of the fee waivers.
That's fantastic. Joe Ryu, Managing Director of Prospect Capital. I've appreciated learning a little bit more about your strategy. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.